LiveHipHopDaily.tv.
All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Mecca, Cash Color Cannabis Podcast. We back at it, man. C's finally pulled up. C's, what's up?
What's up, Cash Color Cannabis? What's up, Mecca King?
I'm cool, and for everybody who's streaming, you can kind of clearly see what C's is doing. If you're listening later, or saying on the replay, C's is kind of busy right now, but she's definitely still going to talk to us about her event, man. Talk to us about the Higher concert series, and talk to us about the Moon Rocks pop-up that's going on this weekend.
All right, so pretty much the High Concert with THC, the High Concert series is a series of events that I decided to come up with a couple years ago. I just wanted to find out. My full name is Caesar A&R. I really call myself an A&R because it's a lost art, and people don't understand the importance of having that person that can translate the message of the music to the people effectively, marketing wise, and just getting all their packaging materials together. So I really wanted to find a way to get a new sound emerging in Atlanta, and so I started doing the High Concert because I found out that a lot of indie artists have a hard time getting their fans out. So I figured, what is something that will bring everybody together, and at the same time be able to find a new way that people can get new fans.
Man, look.
And what other thing than the ganja? You know what I'm saying? Marijuana is a universal.
it really is. You know what I mean? Like I was having a conversation. Like I mentioned to you, we was on the Atlanta Film Podcast not too long ago. My Danny Digital and myself talking about the film.
Yeah.
And the host Chuck, he had actually mentioned that he had never consumed cannabis. So everybody at the show was kind of shocked because, again, if you've ever been in the entertainment industry, even if you don't do it,
right,
to come across it is almost as normal as anything. You know what I mean? Like black, white, it doesn't really, you know what I'm saying? That part doesn't really matter.
Right.
Literally, you could walk into a meeting and a grown, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody like your grandpa.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Be rolled up. So it's kind of hard to see somebody not doing it. So it makes sense that you would do an event that would tie into cannabis. So
exactly.
That's cool.
And then while we were kind of on break, you were also touching on the freedom, that we kind of have in Atlanta.
Not necessarily the freedom.
Not necessarily the freedom, but the fact that we don't.
Coming from New York, it's hard to smoke in a club in New York City.
Oh.
Right.
One more thing. Yeah, no lie. That was my thing too. I remember coming down here when I used to do give you a little backstory. When I was doing videos, my man Dr. Teeth, I was assisting, doing behind the scenes shit for him. Like I was dead near intern, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
Dr. Teeth. Damn.
Yeah, shout out to Teeth. But when I was down there, I came down here for a video that he shot for Diamond called "Lot of Money," and Gucci Man was outside the spot that we was shooting the video at, and everybody was smoking weed. You'd have thought this was Amsterdam. Mm-hmm. And I remember looking at somebody like, yo, did they legalize and didn't tell nobody in Atlanta? This was 6 years ago.
What's so crazy is I'm from here, but I always thought it was legal, just like how it is in California.
Yeah.
Like I always thought it was like that.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, man.
Until I got older and
look,
my cousins and them started getting pulled over and getting locked up.
Look, they make a lot of money in the South pulling people over for smelling like marijuana, man. So
I wonder why we get by with that in Atlanta. I wonder why.
Oh, why you get by? Are you serious? Are you serious, man? The easiest way to pull somebody over, I don't care if you even smell it actually, is to say.
No, I'm talking about how we get by.
How we get by doing what we do?
Openly,
Well, it goes back to, for one, it's almost a shock because it is kind of bold. Like, again, I don't care if you walking down Peter Street, you going to see some people. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, race would not matter. I don't know. You know what I mean? Atlanta's kind of a free place. It's looking like. So hopefully we see some kind of actual laws and some kind of actual change happen sooner than later. Speaking of your events again, right? So I know you got some dope artists coming up. Who are some of the artists who are going to be on the lineup this time?
We got Easton that's coming up from the east side.
Got you.
Stone Mountain. We also got Chris J. I love Chris J.
Shout out to Chris J.
Yeah, I was just introduced to him maybe a month or so ago, whatever.
Yes, sir.
He came out and showed love at Winterfresh, so I was like, well, I threw him in this guy named Maui Max, he's like a rock star.
Hey, Maui popping off right now, though, from what I'm hearing in the street.
Yeah,
Maui
I see him on
thing.
a whole bunch of stuff, but I threw them on the stage just for coming out and showing love, and that's another thing that is really important. Just to kind of give some couple tips while we're on the subject that's another way artists can get thrown on stages, just coming out and showing love. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the smallest thing you can do as an artist. Like, one thing I despise is when you go to an open mic. Is when an artist comes up and you clearly can see the artist got his his or hers quote unquote fan base with them. You know what I'm saying? Like they come 15 deep.
Right.
And the minute they done performing, they leave. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not really showing love. Yeah. And you'd be shocked when you don't get that same support back. Like you literally brought 15 people out here and then split with those 15 people when you was done. That's not support.
That's not support at all.
Yeah.
And we know this.
Yeah, so definitely you show love for people who do support. So, you know what I'm saying, artists definitely pay attention if you get a chance to come down to the show. As a matter of fact, how can you get into the show? I heard the show was private, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be, what is it? I gotta show an ID, fingerprint, what I gotta do to get in?
Yeah, we need to know all of that and social security. No, so yeah, the location is private right now. We're currently doing RSVPs, early birds. So those people that are getting their tickets early, especially we got $10 tickets and we have $15 tickets. The $10 tickets come with a special gift. We can't let you know what it is just yet, but they come with a special gift as a token of our appreciation for coming out and rocking with us or whatever. But you can catch that on the Eventbrite. But those people that RSVP early, we're sending out emails with the location first, so they'll know first.
Okay, so there gotta be rules, like they can't share the location, right?
Right, but we're gonna drop the location at the very last minute. We're gonna start letting it float around on social media, on the flyer and stuff at the very last minute, because again, it's a pop-up shop, so we're in and out. We don't want to just let everybody know where we're going to be rocking out at. I got you. Early.
Hey, so doing events like these, right, you know what I'm saying, clearly you have to be as anonymous as possible, being that it's not just music. So, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to bring in law enforcement. Like, has it been an issue as far as you trying to find a venue or you trying to find a spot that would understand the concept of the event and also not be weary of drawing too much attention from, you know what I'm saying, like the cops?
Oh, absolutely. That's the biggest issue. I know Atlanta, we kind of said how Atlanta is a little bit more loose with the cannabis product as far as indulging inside of clubs and lounges and stuff like that. But
that'll make it legal.
Yeah, keep in mind that a lot of places, a lot of these venues, there is zero tolerance. Especially, it's hard for performance venues because they have no marijuana, like Terminal West.
Hey, but you know what though? Not to cut you off. Do you feel like that's something that targets the hip hop crowd or the urban crowd more than anything else? Because again, like I know, if you out and about in the city and you out and about in the music scene in general in Atlanta, you're gonna run into a smell of cannabis. It just is what it is. But I often see that when you in crowds or you in clubs that are catering to an urban audience, that's more strict than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like what?
Absolutely, I definitely think because marijuana is primarily it's exploiting in the hip hop community, primarily more so than any other genre. And hip hop, we all know, stem from hardships and poverty in the black communities and Latino communities of color. So I absolutely, and I think it's all, to be honest with you, I personally think it's propaganda. You know what I'm saying? I think it's something to keep people divided and separated, so you don't have this product. I guarantee, I've gone to several shows, and some are more successful than others. From my very first show, when I had this, I've always done minimum 200 people at my events because of cannabis. I can tell you right now, it's not because of me, it's not because of the artist, it's not because of anything else. It is because it's a place where you can come, listen to music, and get baked.
Well, if you was at her last event, if you went to Winter Fresh, I did stop by Winter Fresh. You know what I'm saying? Winter Fresh was live. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real. If you ever, this is the second time you are here in the show. I try to have as many honest moments as possible with my guests. When I first walked in that venue, C's, I remember thinking to myself, "Yo, C's, I love you, man. Like, I hope you can get people in this spot. This is big as hell." So I'm in there for about 15, 20 minutes. Making my rounds. I said, "What up to yo?" So my man Danny digitally snapping pictures. Coach was back there cooking, and almost like every 5 minutes, another wave of people would come in. You know what I'm saying? So by the time I split out, I'm leaving out like around midnight. By the time I got home and looked on Instagram, you packed that warehouse.
I'm talking about. It was shout out to my team at Uncle Hughes and Wake Nation and Cash Color Cannabis. Thank you guys for also coming out and supporting the wave too.
Of course.
Definitely say thank you for that. But yeah, even the team was a little, when we were going to look at the venue, the team was a little skeptical. Like, this is 5,000 square feet.
Yeah. Hey, man.
No, I don't know, C's. I don't know. But at the end of the night, we were all high-fiving, on a successful night.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
It was great. We had to actually turn away people, which was insane. So we always, and that's why we know that this pop-up shop is going to be so important, because that turnout was so crazy.
Yeah.
So we know the pop-up shop, the fact that we have the most popular cannabis product on the market right now.
Yeah.
That's going to bring them out regardless. So I'm anticipating having to turn people away.
All right, that's what it is, man. I know you brought some videos. You brought some videos through for us this week, man. There's a couple of artists that's going to be performing. Who are the videos that you're showing us this week?
Coming up, I got Easton with Sincerely Yours. Shout out to Easton, because he's really speaking it for the artists that really have something to say, and the lyricists and that really can spit bars. So shout out to him for coming out from the east side. And now also we got Chris J coming up with that green crack.
Yeah. we had Jay last
green
week.
Crack
so,
is crazy.
Yeah, man.
And we also have Rochelle Brown. I don't know if y'all heard of her.
Nah, I like her name though. We had the whole conversation last week about names I don't like. I didn't like her name. I was like, I like her name. I'm gonna listen to you on GP.
So yeah, we got her with Tiger Cat.
Okay.
Coming up.
Okay.
And then that's it for right now. And then also we got Willie Hen on the air on the performance. We also have Maui Max, like we mentioned earlier, coming through, dropping through, and I think that's Big A Prado from the South Side. He's coming out and shutting it down. So.
Hey, that sound live. All right, so I know we got some videos up. Let's go ahead and go with Easton's video first, man. We'll play that, and then we get back to this conversation. It's boy Mecca, Cash Color Campus Podcast. I got C's in the building. We're talking about the Moon Rock pop-up. All right, so we back. It's your boy Mecca, Cash Color Campus Podcast. I'm out here with my girl C's, the A&R. She's out here talking about her show, the Moon Rock pop-up, part of the Higher Concert Series, right?
Yeah, the High Concert Series.
High Concert Series, excuse me.
Yeah, THC. Yeah, we got the Moon Rock pop-up coming up.
Yeah,
Saturday.
as you see, I let her sesh up because I try to be a nice human being. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna interfere with what you want to do. I'm good right now. You gotta do your thing, but because I want to keep track. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure you have a good interview.
Absolutely.
I want to make sure you have a good interview. So one thing I did want to speak to you about, because I think the concert series that you have is a really, really cool concept. Where do you see it going as far as from here? Like, do you see you taking tours as far as like going to other cities? Do you see you invading South by Southwest with it? Like, are you going to take the concept anywhere else, or is it just going to be strictly like an Atlanta type deal?
Absolutely not. We definitely want to go to different cities, different states. We're planning on taking it. Actually, because it's not legal everywhere, we're gonna keep popping up in different cities and just literally popping up here and there. But primarily we want to focus on the areas that are legal, or at least have the medicinal use, like DC. Now that Florida is just past the medicinal use in California, so we definitely want to be in those places. As far as long term, we want to be festival status.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that's everybody's goal, that is really trying to shift culture and really try to push, especially hip hop. I think we're in a really kind of dormant era right now. We don't have any of those rebellious movements going on, kind of like how they had in Woodstock back in the day. Like, no one is really pushing the envelope with anything. So that's what we want to kind of create with what we're doing, just on a lower key scale.
I totally applaud that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, even though you say it is kind of stagnant creatively, one thing that people have going for them, and this is definitely a plus for creatives, is there are platforms for you to kind of get your voice out in one way or another. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that I was blessed with this opportunity, to do something with the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope that where you feel there is an opening, or where you feel there is a niche, there's a way for you to create a way down that road. You know what I'm saying? There's a way for you to create a way to get to there. So you're doing that. I appreciate that. Exactly.
I appreciate everybody that is that understands what we're trying to do and wants to be a part of it. Not only that, but loves cannabis products and things of that nature. So we're just fusing the music, trying to shift the culture with the music, as well as push the culture forward with our cannabis products.
Got you. Hey, so I know you getting a part of your name is the A&R. You know what I'm saying? So that I assume you out here in these streets and you hearing a lot of music that you are digging. Who are some artists that I guess you are feeling, or who you've heard and you was like, all right, I like this. Who are some of the artists we should be checking out?
Well, recently, if you follow me on Twitter, you know I've been stalking this cat named D Horton out of Mississippi.
Okay.
He is oh my gosh, he's the truth. Like it's like when I listen to his music, it's like listening to Kendrick mixed with J. Cole with a little bit of Tupac.
Damn.
It's crazy. He's like it's
a gumbo right there.
It's a nice little gumbo because he has a little bit more. He has a lot of more of a chip on his shoulder because he's from Mississippi. You know what I'm saying?
I would too. You gonna be honest with you? I don't even know you, D Horton, but if I was from Mississippi, I have a chip on my shoulder too.
But it's the chip on the shoulder for all of us, though. You know what I'm saying?
I know why.
Not, I had a conversation with him a couple weeks ago, and he was just really helping me understand that what we see as far as Michael Brown and all of these different things that are going on in the news, he said that's an everyday thing where he's from.
And how is it? I was thinking that. I was like, yeah, he doing it for all of us because they done seen shit like, you know what I mean? Like again, they see we see Michael Brown, we want to have a riot. He see Michael Brown, he like, yo, again, like on this block.
It's nothing, you know according to him, and it's so strange because they're just Mississippi is 2 or 3 states over from Georgia.
Yeah.
And we learned each other in our meetup because I'm from Atlanta, and Atlanta is Chocolate City. So when I went to school in California, I was culture shocked. I was like, first of all, y'all don't have American Deli. I don't see no chicken wing plazas out here, no nothing, but going from that to hearing somebody just 2 states over saying, it's still pretty much, it's really segregated out here. You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, we don't.
Hey, so D Horton's one artist we should be checking out. Who else are some of the talents that you've been digging?
I really Fleetwood Fred is someone that you guys should
shout out to Fleetwood Fred. You know what? Fleetwood Fred hit me on the DM, say, yo, he got to be on the show. So, Fred, I know you watching, man. We going to get you on the show in due time, brother. We going to get you on here, man.
Shout out to Fleetwood Fred. I listen to Fleetwood Fred, and I also listen to Trill Deal. He was on the last show. Trill Deal. He was from the last show. I listen to a lot of artists from my side of town. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's just a different sound than the typical trap sound in Atlanta.
What's up with the female rappers in Atlanta? I go to your shows. I don't see a whole lot of, and it's so crazy. Like now you have what's going on?
The female rappers out here are there aren't a lot of female rappers out here. The female artists are more. I see a lot of R&B female artists, and we got something coming up for those artists as well. As far as female rappers, I don't know too many. And if anybody has any female rappers, I put Eli the Assassin on the last
one. She bodied that. Is that her name? What's her name?
Eli the Assassin. Actually, she's at Josephine Lounge performing tonight.
If you want to see a performance, boy, like when she threw the mask on,
she threw the red carpet.
She brought her own 2 hype man. like for real. Like I get geeked off shows. Like I like going to shows. You know what I'm saying? So when I was at your show, that was one thing I do remember. So when you said her name, the first thing that popped up was the mask. This girl came out with the ski mask. She was ready to get busy right then. So again, I gotta sit back because this is about to be a show.
Did she or did she not command your attention?
Oh, automatically.
You know who she was?
Automatically. But now that you say her name, that does click. I remember her. She was a girl with the mask. She jumped off the stage, and before you know it was her show.
As an A&R, that's what I look for. I saw her at the One Love One Mic show female edition a couple maybe a month ago or so. And I'm talking about from the time she got on the stage, everybody was just like at attention. Everybody was just, I was like, yeah, I need her. And that's what I look for. It's like if you don't know who she is, can you get on stage and perform and get someone's attention who's never heard you before? That's very hard to do.
And you know what's the flip of that? You'll see a lot more artists who say they might believe they're more, popular or something like that. You go to their shows be dead, man. Like
a lot of artists don't have as many fans as they think they do.
Nah, because they all on stage with them. Because they all on stage with them.
Shots.
It's not shots. A fact. Like if you go to a show, you know exactly what I'm saying. If all your fans, if you have 50 fans and all 50 of them are on stage cheering you on, then there's a reason why when you stare into the crowd, they looking at you. Like at least bring 10 of these people on stage and mix the other ones in the crowd. True. Like everybody don't got to come with you. Like what do they say on that Mace album? Everybody don't come along, B. Like everybody don't get the same chance, B.
Listen, Mac, you come in. Listen, make the A&R.
Hey, Meg is just a wander around these worlds, man. I just be noticing stuff.
Seriously. The days of all the artists, fans or homeboys and stuff being on the stage with the artists are over.
Yeah, it's not needed. It's not needed, man. If you are out here at an open mic and you got 20 people on stage with you, trust and believe them the same 20 people who be reposting your stuff, them the same people who listen to your SoundCloud, them the same 24 plays. Mix them in the crowd. Like they don't need to be on the stage with you. You need to make new friends. Like you need to make another 24 friends. And
you won't do it if you leave right after you perform.
That either, man. And definitely don't split out there taking pictures already like you done shut it down, man. Again, you and your 24 people. Like you and your homeboys, man. Like y'all just shut it down.
Man. Listen. I don't know who needed that.
Hey, we here for the information. We here for the jokes, man. But I guess but it's a real point. Again, we talking about artists and we talking about the shows you doing. Like it's really good to give them that information. Like if you're gonna be out here and you're really trying to build a fan base, it'll be smart for you not to have your fan base on stage with you all at once.
Yeah, and it'll be really smart for you to actually get those people to come out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And purchase to pay. Yeah. Purchase to pay. Don't try to get in free because you know the rapper and stuff. Because that's just, that's a whole nother conversation.
Man, long live these artists who are out here doing it properly. I definitely support your hustle, man. Like I love the scene I'm seeing in Atlanta. Speaking of the scene in Atlanta, how are you feeling about the music you are seeing? Like as far as the music scene, the showcases, the artists. Like, do you feel that we are really actually seeing a growth in Atlanta, or is it just kind of like media conversation or social media conversation?
I think it's a lot of social media conversation. I think, as a matter of fact, I'm so glad that you just asked me that question because I was listening to Streets 94.5 this morning, which I never do. I don't listen to the radio because within the same hour you're hearing the same 3 songs. So
that's not their fault though, man. Shit.
I know, but it's just that's one of the reasons why I try not to listen to the radio. But even still, listening there. Press play.
Hey, yeah. Be for real.
Too much sauce.
Let's be for real. With commercial music. With commercial music, the music is actually the commercials. Like the commercials is what's paying you to even be here. The music is the commercials. That's why you keep hearing them over and over again.
Right, but actually, Streets 94.5 got their buzz because they were actually the first radio station playing like mixtape music.
Really?
So that's how they.
Well, I shout out to them. Yeah, they definitely. A lot of stations like that, they do cut their teeth by trying to cut artists. By trying to break artists. Excuse me. So.
Yeah, but no. As far as that goes, we're just pretty much looking for artists that are professional, that know what they're doing, that don't mind promoting, getting out here doing the footwork, and want to hustle their music and get their music out here and heard, and that actually have fan bases. That's really important to us over at the High Concert. You know what I'm saying? We really want to have or provide platforms for people who are really out here having a hard time getting bigger shows and stuff, but actually have fans that want to come out and see them. So that's our thing.
All right, that's what's up, man. What do you look forward to when you put it on the show? Like, what's one of the things you anticipate?
One of the things that I anticipate is just the crowd reaction. You know what I'm saying? Really creating the atmosphere where people are not expecting the experience. Like it's not the typical showcase in Atlanta. I think Atlanta pretty much does the open mics, and we want to stay away from that. This isn't a paid platform. You cannot pay to get on this stage. That's
different.
It's very different. It's very difficult to beat because we want to bring back the competition and we want to bring back creativity, and I just feel like it's the easy way out. If you come through with a wad of money and you're trash, I mean, people are not gonna come back to my shows because they like I didn't like none of those artists on there.
Hold up. And before we go to the video, and this is how I feel when Hop asked me if I would take a meeting with Donald Trump. There's not a check on earth that you could provide me that'll make me do that. Cause like how you feel, like, dude, I'm not trying to make that move with you, though. Like, I don't want no cosign of yours on my resume, man. Like, that's gonna eventually backfire.
Once you be like, yo, this is what you need to do to fuck with the black people, boom, boom, boom. So Donald Trump can be like, yo, he's right. That can't happen.
Yeah.
So if Kanye says no, we can't even try. We gotta try.
Hey, you know what's funny about Kanye? Kanye the same type of dude though who would go meet with this man and then do a show tomorrow and be like, you know what, Donald Trump is the worst president ever, man.
I said
he ain't even president yet.
With him, and he told me
for real,
everything.
For real. Ye will turn on you in a second, boy. What they say, he a Gemini? He pure Gemini, man. He wake up the next day like, I hate you.
Kanye West would be at home thinking about the conversation, like, yo, I didn't fucking like when he said that.
Yeah,
like,
I don't.
Did he really say that?
I don't like the way he called me Ye.
You know, call him up right now. Call him up. Get Donald on.
Look, I would not be shocked if we see a Twitter battle between Kanye and Donald Trump in the next week or so. Oh yeah. Yeah, we minutes away from Donald Trump saying I never said any of that to Kanye West. He's lying. He's lying, man. Lying Kanye.
He just got out of the psych hospital. He's still
for real.
He's still on that medicine.
He'll drop it. Yeah, he got the blonde hair now.
Donald Trump was switching on him so quick.
Son, I don't know, man. See, y'all got me talking about this, man. I've been on a fast, man. I don't want to talk about Donald Trump, man. Let's play a video. What video we got coming up next?
Let's roll with that green crack with Chris J.
Hey, Chris J, what up, boy? Members only, man. Come on, come through. All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Mecca, Cash Color Cannabis Podcast. I'm back with my homie C's in here.
What up?
Ain't nothing, man. We winding down. You know, the show's almost over. I thank y'all for sitting in here with us. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to take up too much more of your time, but we are having a good time out here in the studio. We got some great people out here. We got a cool little audience today. Clearly, if you are watching the show, C's has been having a cool time medicating because we have a safe crowd up in here, man. You can do what you want to do, you know, on stage as long as you ain't killing nobody. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't really gonna knock your hustle as long as you can have a cool conversation with me. So coming up next, you know what I'm saying, I know we done spoke about going to different cities and different things like that. What else is next for the brand, the High Concert Series? Like, where else do you see yourself going with it? Like, do you see yourself filming it, like bringing it to the net, or bringing it somewhere else, like as far as with videos, or is it just strictly gonna be a show platform?
What we really want to do is turn it into kind of like a booking, something similar to like a Live Nation.
She got big goals.
Yeah,
big
absolutely,
goals. I feel you.
I mean, essentially,
she jumped all that.
Yeah, no. I mean, of course, A3C and South by Southwest, that's a given. I feel like at some point they're gonna be reaching out to us. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna be a thing to get a stage on either one of those because the crowd is just gonna be so live. If we take we're gonna tour and we're gonna get out here and really get in people's faces and stuff, with medication and stuff like that. But as far as that goes, we want to be able to provide a platform for artists. You know what I'm saying? Dope artists. I think that's what the obstacle is in the music game right now. It's like the dope artists don't have the voice right now. It's like they don't have the money. Yeah. So if we can provide a platform, kind of like if we go on tour and make the connections with the venues and the promoters or whoever, I can reach back out and be like, yo, I got a slot here, and slowly build that kind of like that booking agency kind of like platform. Is just really seeing the need and applying that need to what can change and stuff like that. You know how it goes.
Hey, I'm definitely proud of Youngin over here, man. She got big plans. And that's good. I see you do a lot of work with my man Hydro Yo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Yo. Uncle Dudes is in here, man. Speaking to us about how you got aligned with Yo and what part he plays in this this event you're doing this weekend.
So really the connection came through Rich Young. We actually grew up together back in the day in the neighborhood, Lithonia, East Side all day, representing Phyllis Road, Phyllis Creek. No, Rich Young actually saw what I was doing with the High Concert and stuff, and he reached out to me as a representative of Uncle Dudes, and he said, hey, we want to vend at your next event. I think it'll be a great partnership. And I was like, yep, you guys have the product. Let's get in there. They really made a lot. You know, they accomplished their goal inside there as a vendor. Whatever their personal goal was, they accomplished it.
Man, they blew past that.
And
if you was watching,
and Yo was very pleased with it. So he wanted to sit down and meet with me, and we sat down, chopped it up. We vibed. We saw that we had a lot of in common as far as long-term goals and short-term goals, and so that's where the partnership formed. I love the product, Uncle Dudes. I would not be endorsing it if it was not a great product and I didn't feel any effects of it. I only am branding and endorsing everything that's dope. So shout out to Uncle Dudes. This is a product that everybody should try if you are into the cannabis and THC and all that stuff. It's a bunch of stuff. You definitely are missing out if you haven't tried it.
All right, that's what it is, man. So, what is you? I see you got a product right here. What flavor is this? This is regular?
Man, that's regular. This is the 250 milligram regular lemonade. We also have candy green apple, and strawberry lemonade.
Okay.
So there are different flavors, but yeah, we're gonna start the whole Know Your Dose campaign and just start teaching people how to medicate with edibles. A lot of folks are intimidated by them, as I'm sure you know and have heard.
Oh yeah, yeah. They could shock you. You know what I'm saying? Like of course, your nature is, especially if you're doing something sweet, is to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you hand somebody a cookie or a brownie, and I've heard stories where people keep saying like, I didn't even really feel the effect. And then before you know it, they ate a bag or something. Now they can't get up because they sleep because they done felt the effect.
So yeah, that's the importance of we're gonna start the Know Your Dose campaign real soon, just to teach everybody how to medicate and how to enjoy the high if you're doing it for pleasure reasons, and how to just relax when you're doing it for actual.
Well, that's dope, man. I appreciate you coming out tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's late night in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? But you came through, and you definitely came through and built up with us. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me out. I really appreciate the platform to really get my voice out and the ideas, and I appreciate you for putting my brain.
It's absolutely nothing. So if somebody wanted to try to RSVP for the show, how could they do that?
So you guys can go to the High Concert Series .eventbrite.com. You'll see all the information on there. We also have a high roller contest. It's a 12-inch joint rolling contest that we're going to be conducting as well.
How sway? How y'all doing this?
See, what do you mean?
I ain't never seen nothing like that before. We're gonna
have a table just like this. Somebody's gonna sit right here with a 12-inch joint with some weed.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna sit over there with a 12-inch joint with some weed. They're gonna have a timer, and they're gonna have a certain amount of time to pearl that bitch. And whoever pearls the bitch the best wins. They win a $300 gift.
Oh man, you see the people I know.
We're gonna pass that bitch around and smoke it at the Moon Rock pop up. So.
That's that. Okay, so already that's incentive for some people to want to pull up.
Hell yeah, it's fun. It's some different shit. It's just we're just on some high shit.
Clearly, and so you got the lineup. You got Maui Max, you got Chris J, you got
Big A Prado, we got Willie Hen, we got Easton, we got Cornbread, Rochelle Brown, and that's it for right now. And if anybody is looking to perform at the High Concert, just come out and show some love. You know what I'm saying? Come introduce yourself to me. Let me know who you are. And I'll check your music out online. And I'll also see, if you invite me out to shows, I'll come out and I support to see what you got going on. I'm a person of my word, and I want to see the culture be pushed forward. So, yeah, hit me up at C's the A&R. That's CEEZTHEA, the letter N and the letter R.
C's. All right, so I know you mentioned Rochelle Cornbread. Rochelle Cornbread Brown. All right, so Rochelle, you got a fan of me and me. I haven't even listened to the music yet, but if you seen the last episode or heard the last episode, I have a thing with names. You know what I'm saying? Like if I don't like your name, I really won't listen to you. Now that means I've missed out a lot of artists. I had to admit it. You know what I'm saying? Like Wiz Khalifa, Kendrick Lamar, Chris J. I was like, I don't like these names, so I'm not gonna listen to them. But I did like Rochelle Brown. I was like, the minute I heard that, I was like, this sounds like somebody who's gonna be like controversial. She gonna be in your face. I like your name.
Yes, you can tell she's extremely confident.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when you put your name Cornbread in the mix. You know what I'm saying?
That means she is coming with it, full serve Sunday dinner, all of that.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So I know we got her video. It's called Tiger Cat, is it?
Yeah, Tiger Cat.
Tiger Cat. All right, so we're gonna play the video in a second. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to Cash Color Cannabis tonight. Everybody who stopped by livehiphopdaily.tv. Next week we're gonna be back here at 9 p.m. as usual. I'm gonna have my friends Selin and Kamal in the building. They have a company called Medibles. They're gonna bring over some goodies. They're gonna talk to us about some events they have, and they also gonna pitch an idea. They want to do a live cook session over here, man, where they make some brownies and make some stuff over here for y'all. So I'm like, all right, we might be able to make that happen, but you gotta come over here and talk to everybody first. So they're gonna come through next week. C's, I appreciate you for coming through this week.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Mac.
No doubt. Let everybody know where they can follow you online too.
I plugged myself earlier a little too soon. I got a little excited, you know what I'm saying? But no, you can follow me at C's the A&R. That's CEEZTHEA, the letter N and the letter R on all social media platforms and handles. Got it.
And you can follow us at Cash Color Cannabis on Instagram, and make sure you follow the movie at The Color Green Movie. I already know you following at Live Hip Hop Daily. You know what I'm saying? Guys, that's where we at. Always stay tuned. livehiphopdaily.tv. 9 p.m. next week. Cash Color Cannabis podcast. We out.